feet down. For now, you can put them back up later to make it more natural. Okay, welcome to our podcast, our CAS podcast. I don't think we really have a name for it, but we're basically just
let us know what you think it should be named.
We tried it.
They already tried it.
We already tried it. We didn't
They
really
were
get good names.
stinkers.
Yeah, so basically the way this podcast works is we talk about questions or topics that you guys, our school community, our friends, submit on a Google form, and then questions or topics that you guys want us or would like us to talk about, and that's basically what we do out here. So we recorded one episode earlier, but we're not going to use that one. That was just a dry one. So from that one, we have some questions that we eventually got from our community. So the first one of those being, if we preferred the online school system, like Zoom, or even hybrid. We didn't really have that very high, or obviously in person. And I think while for most of us it's like the same answer, we should probably like discuss the pros and cons of both.
Yeah.
So
alright.
if anyone wants to start
us off. Okay. I think Itai, you're kind of the devil's advocate in the room in a way. So if you'd like to start us off,
devil's
I really appreciate that.
Thanks for the setup. I like at-home school more because it's shorter and it's easier and it's like free grades.
But don't you feel like you're missing out?
Yeah, like what are your friends, Itai?
I saw all my friends even when I did school.
What about like there's people that like you'll say hi to in the hallways?
Okay, but think about it like this. You probably have 3 classes a day where you don't talk to anybody and you just do straight like work.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, that's weird.
I think for me the biggest thing was like it was way harder to focus on work when I was in distance learning. Like I was in my classes, but I was not engaged at all.
But there was.
Also, we already have some.
But there was work in junior year. Like I had to deal with
school.
colleges, but I just wasn't like I just couldn't engage with it. Like I feel like being in actual school is more like a real life. It prepares you more for like a real life job. So I don't know. I felt like I don't know. It was more engaging to be around other people, but that might just be me. I think like for some people that are maybe more like introverted or like have different personalities, like being in distance learning was easier because you were able to focus more because you weren't like losing energy because of social interaction. But for me, like social interaction made me more excited about the day and like easier to focus.
Also, like the cool thing about regular school is you like go somewhere. Like you wake up in the morning and you go somewhere and you like do your stuff and you come home.
Right.
Whereas online, it kind of all just like blends together into this weird like hodgepodge.
Yeah.
But I feel like another interesting aspect of it is that after, I don't know how many weeks, but after a couple weeks, after a couple months, most people were already burnt out again. Like right in the very beginning of the school year.
So you're talking about in-person school?
In-person school, yeah. Because over Zoom, I don't think many people were, their mental health and their attitudes, it was all definitely affected, but it was affected very differently than in-person school. Because obviously, Zoom school, we had a lot less work, which allowed us to just not focus as much and not work as hard. While we had like other challenges to deal with, obviously we couldn't really hang out with people, we couldn't make new connections, etc. So I think that's something important that we lost there.
So
then again, in-person school, school is a lot of work.
Yeah, I think I definitely lost like work ethic, like being able to focus. But I don't know, I got adjusted to it pretty fast. I was anticipating going back to school would be a lot harder, honestly.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I really thought about the fact that we only had 3 classes, like a day.
Yeah.
For all
and
of
it
them.
started later.
Yeah.
And you still have the whole rest of the day to do whatever you want. You can go out.
I don't know. I just feel like my life had like less meaning though. It was like you didn't enjoy the free time as much.
No, I agree. Because at school, like in classes, we can. I mean, we have the breakout rooms, but I mean, I would say 80% of the time, maybe a little less. People just would sit there
Yeah,
on their
not
phones,
social.
cameras off, mics off, and then when you're in person in school, there's so much like more social interactions going around. Just everyone has a little more energy, you know.
Yeah. But again, that just depends on what type of person you are. So I think it comes down to those
I don't-
differences.
I think somewhat yes. I think there's a few really introverted people, or not even introverted people, but people who just a few people who really enjoy more. But like the very very vast majority that I've talked to about this stuff, they've even with people who who don't appear that like outgoing and social to me, they also say that, right?
Yeah, I think distance learning, like on appearance, seems like it would be really nice because it is just objectively less work. But for some reason, didn't feel like that.
I think
for me,
if we
so,
would have had, it's obvious, but if we had distance learning and everyone, obviously a lot of people did this, but if everyone was in like somewhat of a bubble, right? Like, but I'm not talking one other student. I'm talking like you have your own.
Yeah, like what we did a little bit.
Right.
Well, we tried to do.
We tried, but I don't know. But like, because I know some people who literally lived with each other. Shout out to you. I saw you suit shopping today.
What?
It's Cooper.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Cooper, right?
Let's switch. let's
Yeah.
go to the
Oh,
next
wait,
one.
I have one more thing. Sam, you said something interesting. You said you were talking about like how distance learning has like made it so that people can't really work at home at all anymore. I thought that was interesting, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's what Dad was saying. Yeah, I've definitely experienced that. Have you experienced that at all?
What?
Like since I've been back to from distance learning to online, like to in-person school, like I've just found it harder to work at home because I don't know for whatever reason.
I
What?
don't do anything at school. I do all my work at home.
So you're just as effective at home.
I'm more effective at home.
Interesting. What about you?
I don't know.
Because if I'm gonna waste my time and actually go to school, I might as well just spend the whole time talking to people.
But that's what you said.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
two halves of your sentence just counted off each other.
I
If I'm gonna waste my time to go
Yeah.
to school, I'm gonna waste my time at school.
Well, I
I think the way the
I'm
way
gonna spend it not doing schoolwork because
no what
the only reason I would ever want to go to school is to see the people, not to do the work.
exactly.
And I'd rather just do the work.
It's
at
like a
home and I have
free
nothing
free
to do.
opportunity to socialize and hang out with people.
Yeah.
Right, like nothing that you have to.
I just
plan.
think they don't
That's
feel
what,
like
that's
they
what I
don't feel
think.
like
I would
they're mutually
rather
inclusive.
spend
Like you can
the
just
school time, but half the time at home doing actual work, and then go out with people later, than spend time in school doing work with other people, and then
Yeah.
go out
But-
and.
But my
Go
question
home
is, how do
and
you meet
yourself.
new people over distance learning? You don't meet new people. I don't know if I made for Zoom. I don't know.
Yeah.
You had the people you knew from like the previous year, and you're like, oh, you're in my Zoom class, and you'd fucking DM each other.
Yeah.
It's like during the class because you can't talk to each other, and then there's just new faces that, especially in junior year, because like it's still like a wider range of people that you have met. But yeah, so I think it's a very discussable subject, and hopefully,
Controversial.
personally, I hope we don't ever go back to that.
Yeah, me neither.
But
Me too.
so let's go a little more. Another question or prompt, not prompt. Another subject topic that was submitted was, what are our worst states? Which states do we
Worst
like
states?
the least?
I can tell you for sure
Florida.
that Florida and New Jersey
New
are
Jersey.
the worst states in the U.S.
I love
New-
Florida.
and Arizona actually.
Even though-
Arizona.
to be clear, we haven't been to
Yeah,
any of these
Arizona.
places.
I've been to Arizona.
Arizona,
Arizona's
Florida,
absolutely gorgeous.
Arizona is a desert.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Arizona
Utah
is a
is
desert.
Utah is
Arizona's
prettier.
It doesn't.
Arizona.
Have you ever been
It
to
doesn't
Arizona?
rain
No.
in Arizona. It doesn't.
Arizona
there's
is beautiful.
nothing.
Have you
there's
ever
nothing
been
about it.
there?
It
Yeah.
actually does rain
I went
in
to Grand
Arizona,
Canyon.
and when it rains in Arizona, it's really nice.
Then New Jersey is a literal shithole. Sorry. Actually, okay. You know what? This is gonna sound like there's definitely people from New Jersey. Like there are some pretty places. Princeton is in New Jersey.
And I think
But-
that's more valid.
but there just isn't very much appealing about it. Like it's kind of just like a like a slightly off budget version of New York,
New Jersey.
and that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
having
get
I'm having
New Jersey
trouble.
people coming
Yeah,
for your
I know.
I'm
neck.
having,
You're
I'm
gonna
having
clap me.
trouble.
I'm telling you, but yeah, it's trying to be New York and Boston at the same time.
No.
And it just turns out terribly.
I'm having trouble placing these states, so it's like New York and then New
New
Jersey.
Jersey's
right?
like right like beneath New York.
There's
that
no
weird,
bad
that weird kind of like
states, it's just
snake shaped
irrelevant.
I
one.
know.
Like
There's no
Wyoming and
facts, like-
Idaho.
And
I
Florida.
don't- I
Don't
don't
get
like-
started on Florida, by the way.
Let's
Florida
get
is
started.
the worst state. It's the
not.
worst state because
Actually,
everyone there is a
that's
Trump
true.
supporter. It is like a swamp. Like the city is just built on a swamp and slowly sinking into the ground, and like it's humid the whole year round, and it has like the worst summers of any state in the U.S.
Yeah, but what does that?
So
And there's
basically,
nothing
the
to do
reason
there.
that you don't
It's
like
like
it
all
is 'cause
white,
it's
and it's
summers,
just
right?
like it's
And
just
the
like
heat.
and it's like the people there are weird.
I don't know. You haven't been there though.
How
So
would you know what the people there are like?
Florida man.
You know there's California man too, right? If you've ever
have you
looked
guys
that
ever
up.
read? Have you guys ever read the book about the dog?
I'm not a Florida person, but
The famous one? Do you know what I'm talking- like it's like the
I'm not
it's
sure.
about the golden retriever. Sam, can you help me out here?
Airbud?
It's like what's the
Um,
famous dog memoir?
I mean, where the red food grows.
No, it's one oh jeez.
Into the wild, or like
You know, it's like the golden retriever. Have you? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. The art of driving in the rain. With it's except for the
Yeah.
dogs. Are you sure?
The art of racing.
Racing in the rain. Yeah, it's set through the dog's eyes. I think that's it, Max.
It's not though.
Let me check that.
Okay. Anyways,
Prompt.
Anyways, what do you think the worst countries are?
I
Here,
don't think there's any bad
Or
ones.
worst?
Sam.
There's just some that are so irrelevant. Like North and South Dakota, I've never met anyone who's ever
It's,
been.
you know,
to
you know,
either
you know
of those.
that's where Mount Rushmore is, with the faces in it.
That was like
South
cool,
Dakota.
that was like cool in like kindergarten, and since then I haven't even thought.
But it's like
about
even
it.
those places have their charms.
Marley and me.
Whereas
I
like,
guess-
whereas Florida, like, what could you find in Florida you couldn't find somewhere else in
You
the
know-
U.S. that's a better state
If you read
Nice
if you read
beaches.
besides crack cocaine?
Marley and Me, like it reveals like a different side to Florida, which is
I
pretty
mean, I've been
cool.
watching Narcos.
I'm trying to think which states I've been to and really didn't like. Because, I mean, Nevada is just.
Yeah.
You guys, this is
Oh, have you guys been to Las Vegas?
Yeah, I have.
Like, I hate that city.
It's. Okay, here's my
also, to be
take.
clear, I'm not a pessimist.
Oh!
I'm not a pessimist. I have cities I like a lot, but those are just like I'm acting pessimistic right now because the question is, what are your least favorite
Yes.
states?
Okay, so I think Las Vegas, the thing is, the first time I went there, I really enjoyed it. But the second and third time, I was like, one time's cool, no, but.
Yeah.
never
What
again.
bothered me was all
Like,
like
it's a
was all,
one-time
like,
experience.
what bothered me was all like the injury lawyer signs everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
that
have
was
those
so
here,
scummy.
too.
It was so, but they were everywhere
Yeah,
there.
that's
we
fair.
You
counted
couldn't
them.
turn your head without seeing like
Yeah.
4 of them.
Yeah,
And
'cause
also it felt like
It's,
I felt
it's
like
because if you lost that much money in a casino, how are you gonna get that money
Yeah,
back? You gotta roll on
and-
some poker chips and then fake your ankle injury.
well, and also and like everyone there was in Vegas because of the idea of Vegas. No one was actually there because they wanted to be like in the area. They were just there because they wanted to go to a casino.
People in Europe love Vegas. It's like their #1 vacation destination.
I don't know where you're.
That's because they don't have to live there.
But where do you have
Like,
this
if you're going there,
information from?
Like, just spend a lot of money.
I think it's
Only
probably
UK
because
people I see in Europe on YouTube, they all say.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
so I
Vegas.
think
I
that's
can't
probably
imagine
because like Vegas like the most American thing that you can think of. It's like a bunch of money, winner, go big or go home. Like not like a ton of laws.
It's also very fake.
Like, it feels like
I
a very
think LA.
American-
I think LA is more American. than
Well, LA
Las
is
Vegas.
probably another top.
It is. LA. I
Really,
mean,
they like going to Las
it's
Vegas.
top in America.
I'm sorry, I can't imagine like going to Las Vegas and looking around and being like, this place is really, really nice.
I mean, Sam, if you think about it, like if you've got a lot of money and you're like into the mindset of like going out and having a lot of fun and like
Well, I get that.
experiencing things like just getting a bunch of endorphins, then it
I think.
I
think
get
it's
that. I just
about-
like
Wait.
it isn't a place. You're going to go to like a building.
yeah, that's why people like they just want to go to like a bunch of
Why
casinos
would anyone
and,
ever go to Washington?
and get like
DC?
tons of stimulation.
It's like, but you're going like around like the whole city. In Las Vegas, you go to a casino, and you spend a lot of money there. And then you
It's still
leave
a
Las
whole
Vegas.
city.
Yeah, most people don't even
So
step
I think
outside.
another way, because clearly I don't think any of us have really strong opinions except for Sam
On what?
the worst states are. So I think if we
Like,
say
They're not that strong.
I
I've
let's
actually been to Florida
let's
or
switch
New
up
Jersey.
this subject and say best
best states.
But guys,
Okay,
we're
okay.
not
I
like
best-
we're
I
not
know it's the
enough
best states as
experience
well.
enough, man.
I've been to like
We do best states.
Alright,
Wisconsin. It's a
Wisconsin.
great state. Madison is like the coolest city in
I
the
wonder
world.
why he's saying this. Where are you going to college?
I'm not going to college. Max is going to college.
I am going
Maybe.
to
But then also, New England is pretty cool. It's a safe little area, the country.
New England, the country.
No, it's like a collection of states, but like they're all.
I know.
And then also Washington, like the state that's above California, is a pretty cool state.
I mean,
Actually,
not Washington,
Oregon.
Two above.
I'm a bit biased, but I.
Oh, California's also really cool,
I
but
think-
California is.
I think California's just the best.
Like it's
I
your
think it's
hometown,
like,
just feels
it's
natural.
unfair. Just because
Yeah, it has
just
so much-
because it has absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Yes, the narrative, the big cities, extremely expensive and like all that stuff. I don't. How expensive is San Diego? San Diego.
I think it's very
It's
expensive.
expensive.
You know the average house price for all of California is still $700K.
Yeah, but obviously that's
Which is
because you have
ridiculous. Like,
Berkeley and places like
Yeah,
LA.
but still.
and
Wait, say that again.
it's the average
700K.
home price for all of California, like including all the rural areas, is $700,000 per house.
Well, think about it this way, right? The average in cities like this is what?
Like a million.
It's a couple
I
million.
think it's
or, like,
more. It's
I don't
2
know,
million.
it's
That's
a lot.
crazy.
So
much,
think
yeah.
about it this way: 2 million, 700K. We gotta do some math here.
Yeah, but it's like the thing is like San
What is
Francisco is
that?
like it's like this tiny area of like there's all
It's
these
like
rural areas
under-
where it should cost so much less, and yet the average. is so-
3/4 of the house is
Okay, say
Less.
2.1 million, right? And then 700K. So that's. I don't know how to do this.
it's a third.
Oh no, yeah. So it's a third of what's a
Two-thirds-
third of 700?
2/3. If 2/3 of
So
all
it's
the
like
houses in
120
California-
something thousand the average.
2/3
Or
of
the
all the
like
houses
the
in-
cheaper areas.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
like it's like
Doesn't-
20.
Yeah,
It's like
isn't that bad?
no, it's not.
And
I think-
but like wait, I have a question for you guys.
Wait, let me read my
Sorry.
question.
So, because I feel like California, obviously, everyone knows LA, San Francisco, but I know how many people always mention this, but the fact that you can go from the snow to the beach to Yosemite, which is one of the not world's, but in America, one of the most famous national parks in America, to okay, Death Valley's a bit further.
I mean, but it's
But, like,
it's
these-
hard when you think of
It's,
this. Like
it's these.
if
you go
4 hours to
to
mountains.
Yosemite.
That's so short.
4 hours to
That's
mountains.
so short.
If you live-
places.
I'm not gonna like again like I'm not like some New
Let
England
me-
fanatic. I
let me-
haven't lived there, but like you can get to the mountains in under 2 hours. You can live on the beach.
Yeah, I
And
wanna
you
I
can,
wanna
like,
go to the beach in Massachusetts.
city.
Yay!
Well, yeah, they're not okay. You're right.
All right,
You're right. But
here.
still, like
Like-
4 hours is not an insignificant drive.
Right here.
It's
How about
not
this?
an insignificant drive,
But you
but
can
it's,
do it
it's
how about this?
easily done in less than half a day because it's
How about
4
this?
hours.
If you could go to any state right now, which one would you go to?
Right now, leave Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay.
Just for a vacation or to
I
live?
don't know.
No, just to go.
Vacation is
Wait, back to my
Okay.
can I ask the question first?
Yeah.
Mm,
It's on the
You gotta
California
answer
topic.
mine.
It's on the California topic.
Right,
So it's logical. What's your guys' least and most favorite cities in California?
I was gonna do favorite cities next.
Just in California in particular.
I've never been to very many cities.
My favorite city is that one city that we always drive through. Like this one time that I always drive through when I go up to Yosemite, and there's this like motel, gas station, and restaurant that are all called like Emil's Hotel, Emil's gas station, Emil's
You should get
restaurant.
like free
So,
free
like-
lodging there.
Since that's my name and it's
Wait,
fairly rare
Uh-huh.
in America, I'm just honored to always go through there. And then my least favorite city
Sacramento.
might be like not Sacramento itself. I think it might be like the surrounding cities.
I think
Yeah.
San Francisco is probably my favorite city.
Yeah, I'd probably
Like
say
it's
so
a
too.
very
Or
like,
like I mean, there's
when
some
you put
cool-
yourself
there's
out
some
of
cool
someone who
northern
lives
cities.
right next
like,
to it.
I don't know. Actually, maybe like I don't know. Sorry, yeah.
When you put yourself out of someone who like lives right next to San Francisco, it's just a very cool city, like with all its trams and stuff like that.
But like guys, let's not forget about Fresno. It's a pretty dope town.
Yeah, definitely dope.
I don't think I've ever been
It's pretty.
I think
fresh,
definitely
Santa
driven
Cruz
fresh,
is a cool
I
city.
had a game in
fresh.
Fresno in a few weeks.
There you go.
If
I like-
you want to come.
I don't know.
watch.
I think
Um,
Santa Cruz is a pretty cool city for sure,
Mhm.
and it's Sacramento is easily my next favorite city in California.
Wait, Sacramento. Oh yeah.
What was the
What
other
about like
Let's
California?
let's do. What's your favorite
Or
city?
Bakersfield.
Wait,
What's your
wait,
favorite
wait,
city that you've
wait,
been to?
Wait. Oh, okay.
Istanbul.
Yeah. After that, we can do one more like
Istanbul?
surrounding.
Yeah,
Istanbul.
That's
Favorite cities I've ever
It's in
been
Turkey.
to.
And we all.
and what about it was so cool?
it's just awesome. It's
Yeah.
like
The
It's like-
people, like the nightlife.
everything. It's huge. There's like 20 million people.
Camera can't see
There.
me. I'm back.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think there's like 20 million people there or something. And it's like there's just like walking streets,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like
That's
trolleys that
beautiful.
go, but there's like not a lot of cars.
I mean, that's something
cool.
I
wanna go
really
there.
love about like a lot of European cities, that they have those areas where you can't drive through with a car, right? Like Germany has their islands, right? The on the what are they called in English? Baltic Sea is that one, and then like like those two. I don't know what they're in English, but they have a bunch of islands up there, and then a few of those you are not legally allowed to drive a car unless you are like an ambulance or stuff like that. They don't have taxis or anything like that. It's all bicycles and horses.
There's
I
no
think
trains either,
it's
it's
really, it's
There's no trains. It's just bicycles and horses.
no, it has trains,
Okay.
but like they're obviously like they don't take much
Yeah,
space
that's
compared to cars and stuff. So it always has a really nice like just vibe when you go there. You know, no cars. You're just it's not even that it's very like naturey or anything like that because it's a lot of people. But it's just more calm.
Yeah.
So I really like that. It's not a city, but
When did you go to Istanbul?
On the way to Israel,
like
we stayed for a week, like
what year?
maybe like 6 years ago or something.
Year of our Lord, 2018.
Something like that.
I think Berlin is a really cool city. Like a really cool city.
Shout out.
It's like it has everything. Talk about everything. Like it has like the quiet German, like the quiet European feel to it. But then it's also like has it like crazy like New York like diversity like.
When
Really
you
cool
say
people.
quiet European feel,
You know like it, like
where the hell did you
I
live?
lived in Zeelandorf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like these like little streets and like you have a little like a little forest.
I don't
You know.
What? I don't know if the camera can see. Guys, don't you want to see Max's face?
So I think Berlin is a cool city.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
I'm not biased or anything, but
Mm.
it's definitely one of those cities where it just has everything. And another thing that I love about it is in parts of it is just the diversity.
Yeah.
Everyone's from somewhere.
And like not even like race too. Like,
Obviously-
like opinions too. Like people are like from all over the world. Like in like a way
and,
like.
and
isn't
obviously
even
you have
in
that
the
here
US.
too, though. Like in not specifically Berkeley, but there's a lot of diversity in the
Yeah.
West Bay.
I guess, but like I feel like I don't know for some reason I guess Germany like brings out like the international feel.
And another thing that puts Berlin at one of the top cities in the world, shawarma, döner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you
Turkish.
have to say-
Christmas.
also healthcare.
Christmas markets. too.
Healthcare.
Yeah. Christmas.
Oh
They
my
do Christmas
goodness.
so well.
If you ever go to Germany during the winter, or probably anywhere in Europe, get yourself a little bag of roasted caramelized almonds, and you will never question
Emphasis on
the like anything again. You will
Roasted
know what your favorite snack
caramelized.
ever
I'll
is.
tell
It
you,
just,
they are
nothing gets
absolutely
better.
amazing.
That is a taste of heaven.
Hey
That
guys.
is a taste of $7.
Hey guys, I think
You
I
got
just
an
came up with a
angel
name
kiss
for a
in Germany.
podcast.
Roasted almonds.
Roasted caramelized almonds.
Why did I say onions? What? Okay, you guys want to talk about our last one, unless we develop from something.
Yeah. Wait. What time is it?
35.
Whoa, it actually kind of went by fast.
Okay, well, so the last one, we're gonna go back to school a bit. What are your guys' takes on like school fights? Because
Well, I think they're really weird because like it's so funny how like everyone just like people run to fights from around the school. Like you'll see people running, and then you actually get there like once you finally fight your way into the middle, it's like two kids who are just kind of like pushing each other.
no,
pushing their chests against each
let
other.
me give you guys a visual representation.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
The entire time. And then they'll throw and then just miss. So I like, obviously not ideal.
I mean, it's cool that like
It's-
people get excited about
it's
it.
kind
just
of
neat,
funny.
but I don't know.
No one ever actually really gets hurt,
yeah.
as far as
Yeah, I
I
haven't
know.
seen
of.
a real one.
And then
I've-
you're fighting about
There's
it.
there's stuff that happens outside of campus, like that's a completely different story though. But we're talking about on campus fights, right?
Yeah.
We're when it comes to fist fights, like Sam, you were saying, just people running around with their phones,
Yeah.
and then the next morning it's on some new Instagram account because the old one was banned by admin. So I think it's interesting how we always want to see this content, how
Yeah.
how like
It's
entertaining it is to us.
it's the same reason why people on highways slow down when they see a crash and like look over. It's because I think we're like all scared of like death and like conflict and like people getting hurt.
Yeah, but
It,
I think all of it's also
fascinates
just
us.
like you want to record something like cool happening.
I know. I just think it
At
like
this point.
yeah.
Right, but
maybe.
like when we watch these videos, it's not like the only thing that we share with these people 95% of the time is that we go to the same school. They're probably not in our same grade, especially this year. It's all freshmen and sophomores,
Yeah.
or not all, but it's been the very vast majority. It has been
Well,
underclassmen
You know,
taking Spirit Week from us.
I think.
How-
Wait, guys. I think that in some ways, like those fights, I think a lot of underclassmen are just trying to like find their place in high school.
Absolutely.
Because and like that's the reason why a lot of underclassmen also I feel like underclassmen wear some crazy stuff to school. Like have you seen those ski boots? Those are
No.
weird. Like the guys that walk around with like those snow like big like poopy ones. You guys haven't seen those?
Like what's my deployment dynamite? Where he does the
Yeah.
dance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
You
it
don't
like,
mean
I think it's
Timberlands
like
or
a long
anything, right?
no.
Okay, I'm just
No.
making sure.
But I think it's like along that same like strand. Like
Shut the cold.
imagine you had distance learning your first year of high school. It'd be so weird.
It would show like you started a year.
I don't think so.
I think it would be different too.
Yeah.
Because that would mean as sophomores you're just as the freshmen of like if you're a year of graduates of 2.5 and you come onto campus starting your sophomore year, you have like the same base knowledge as a year of 2.6.
Plus, I feel like people like even though like a year or two younger than us have like a totally different interaction with like technology and like social media.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a lot more natural to them to do it. It's like we're kind of in between, like 2000,
Yeah.
2004 kids.
I'm glad we are.
Yeah.
I have in my first period I have a joint class, right, and a lot of the kids are underclassmen, and like it's easy to say, but like a lot of them are just they have their friends from their middle schools, and like eventually they advance to like socializing with the entire class. But like that's how I couldn't even tell the difference between sophomores and freshmen, because the way they made friends was the exact same, right? Like they eventually got to that point where they like overlapped friend groups and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's just the structure, or not structure, but like the components of your social skills sort of stay the same. So yeah.
Yes.
So
I think there's a barrier. Kids born after 2005 are like in a different generation than we
yeah. So, but yeah, I think this was a successful
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I think
are. It was very,
half
very
an
low
hour.
key.
Half an hour.
I
I think we need one of those action shots every time.
Guys, can we in the future just do audio, because like
Yeah, I really
I'm just like
appreciate
this
audio.
turn.
We can put that on the form. Our community will
Yeah,
decide.
would you rather a
Don't worry.
Yeah, so
They'll
like,
see
listen
it,
to them working out or like going
You're
on a
gonna
run.
once I release the form, it will be on my Instagram in my bio, and Itai's also gonna put it in his Instagram bio.
And they basically cover the whole school between the
So exactly, and I'm gonna.
followers and several professional soccer players.
I follow a bunch of professional athletes. So basically,
Just spam
Leave
Curry's
him a
account. Just
message.
spam Curry DMs of
not
podcasts.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Imagine Curry starts watching our podcast.
Oh yeah, bro. Damn, I thought we weren't going to talk about
But
sports.
we're not talking about
Sorry.
sports.
Sports are bad.
Don't worry,
Okay.
we won't talk.
Yeah.
If we talked about sports, we could get the whole 45 minutes. And not any of us talking
just get
about it.
Zach
just
on
be
this. And yeah. Okay, well, very successful. Thank you guys so much for watching
Yeah,
and
thank you.
helping us complete our cast and school. I think we're really enjoying this. So make sure you do fill out that
Yeah,
that
that form.
form. Thank you, that Google form. And I think we upload this to YouTube. I think I'll upload it around like either Sundays or Mondays. And then the link will not only be in my Instagram bio, but also in the description. So make sure to check that out. And we need as many responses as possible so we can make the best content as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, BHS, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay off drugs.